Is this the greatest battle that Imola has ever seen? It's very rare in sports that you can pinpoint the exact day that a torch was passed from an established superstar to an up-and-coming young talent. At the 2005 San Marino Grand Prix, we got exactly that. In 2005, Formula One had some really weird qualifying rules that I would love to go into detail on, but we're on a strict schedule here. Michael Schumacher made a mistake in his qualifying lap, ended up in the gravel, and was starting 13th. It wasn't Fernando Alonso on pole, it was Kimi Raikkonen who led the pack away. And Kimi would lead an uneventful first few laps, and so once again we were shown that if Fernando Alonso was to have a serious title battle, it would not be coming from his teammate as Fisichella crashed completely unprovoked and was out of the Grand Prix. Raikkonen led Alonso comfortably until, yep, that smoke coming from the back of his car. A drive shaft issue would see Raikkonen retire from the race. Now, Raikkonen would go on to be Fernando Alonso's nearest title rival this season, and this was just one of his 3 retirements from the lead this season. But the race must go on, and Schumacher found himself stuck behind the Toyota of Trulli, until Trulli pitted and unleashed a demon. Lapping insanely quicker than everybody, Schumacher managed to overcut his way to 3rd place, coming out of the pits 20 seconds behind 2nd place Jenson Button. Guys, this is the gap 13 laps later, and this is what they look like a couple of laps after that. Following his stop, Schumacher was lapping 2 seconds a lap quicker than anybody on the grid, and that helped him launch himself into 2nd place and begin his charge down on 1st place Fernando Alonso. With Michael absolutely pushing in the lead up to the 2nd set of stops, he'd come out the pits this close to Fernando Alonso, and we were treated to 12 laps of one of the best battles F1 has seen. Cars seemed to be polar opposites. Michael had all the speed going into the corners, but the Renault had insane traction coming out of them. It was an epic tug of war. Every time you thought Michael might just make the overtake happen, Fernando defended brilliantly. And you had this young star, at the time F1's youngest Grand Prix victor ever, giving F1's biggest superstar, the man bigger than the sport, a masterclass. The two ended up crossing the line this close to each other, with Jenson Button coming home in 3rd. Following the race, Jenson Button and his teammate Sato were disqualified due to an illegal fuel system. The team was given a 2-race ban, which was the heftiest punishment a team had faced in 22 years. And both drivers were disqualified from the race. Us Ferrari fans thought that the double disqualification at China was peak. This race broke the streak of 6 consecutive years of the Schumacher brothers winning at Imola, and to me saw the birth of the new era of Formula One. We all know Alonso would then go on to become F1's youngest world champion this season. It wasn't his day, but Kimi Raikkonen, and we didn't know at the time, but in the F3 Euro Series, there were 2 pretty cool kids doing their thing as well.